Why does Dino Dance look so much worse? What did they do? Excuse me? Why does it look worse? The fuck? How you guys doing? How's everyone's, You getting his honkers out right? Oh shit, thanks for the 100 honkers, Jay. They're looking beautiful today. Oh. How you guys doing? Everyone's Tuesday going. What I miss? Sleepo. Dino Dance looks awful now. Jesus Christ. Oh, what did they do, man? I'm sorry, it's bothering me to look at. Cause like... It's like they tried to they got rid of the simplicity on it, man. That's what made it good. Anyway, now that I'm done complaining. How are you guys doing? Everyone's day going. Everyone's Tuesday. This over here. Grab this. I'm gonna say Twitch making it look like they're doing stuff because they're just not doing stuff. Fix the fucking... Look at this tangle of wires. It's just... I don't use this controller all but like a couple times in a week. And just the wire just tangles itself. Just from sitting there. Crazy. Alright. Yo, I'm alive. Thanks for telling me. Alright, how you guys doing? Everyone's Tuesday. We're just gonna probably get right into the ape. I don't have a lot of time today. I have like a good 4 hours. Nothing. Why'd I hit my mic? I have a good like 4 hours, but nothing more than that. I have to be somewhere later, so we're just gonna get as much ape in as we can. But I hope y'all are having a great day. Great chill time. Big old peepo sleepo. I'm exhausted. I don't know why. I shouldn't like be tired. But I just am. I've had like no reason to be tired. I actually slept last night and like I come home and I like passed out in my chair. And I was like, why am I so tired? Pain in the ass, man. Devil, I watched Elimination Chamber. I actually got to watch it. That's not when the time starts. I'm not running Messel right now.
Let's go. Gotcha.
I wait for Devil to answer. I won't know if he heard that I watched the. What is? Look at this. Look at Spike. Look at him. He's walking. Why is he? Spike? Are you okay? You want to see a dead zone problem? There's a dead zone problem right there. I really need a new controller. Really badly. So I ended up dropping my PS4 controller, and now like the wire won't stay in the port anymore. And it's made me like hold my controller like this to keep the wire in, and now I have to hold my PS2 controller like this. I got used to holding a controller like up in the air, like an old man, right in my face.
Let's go.
Oh, that's awful for me hitting the button then playing. Wait, I used the wrong hand, that's why. That's because that's my Messel hand. Oh man, I gotta get used to playing Ape 1 again. My brain is all Messel, man. We were trying to get the record in it. Everything's fucked up right now. Bob. So Jay, do you think that TCG game is gonna let you play TCG against people online? Or is it just gonna be for like, I got cards? Because I like the Pokemon trading card game. For the most part, I mean, like, lately, like, you know, since, like, its advent, there's obviously been some, like, awful power creep with, like, the cards now.
I'm going for it. Gotcha.
Why did I jump so short? Jesus. Ah. I was ready to quit the level, but then we made the jump. Man, that's really bad. Alright, we'll see if we continue. We're probably gonna do a lot of resetting today or whatnot. I just want to get some good runs in my limited amount of time.
Let's go!
Let's go.
Hi-ya! Hi-ya!
I got rocked. Man! Fucking rock to all hell. Gotta love when that happens, man.
Let's go! Gotcha! Gotcha! Yeah!
To the ledge grab.
Gotcha! Yes!
Fuck, man. Oh, that coffee is so good right now. I've needed coffee like all day. I haven't drank any. I've been limiting my coffee supply. I love the smell of apes in the morning. What's up, pal?
Let's go!
Am I behind? Yeah, we're catching. Hopefully it goes well today.
Hi-ya! Hi-ya! Gotcha! Hi-ya!
As always when I play Ape, hopefully it goes well. It's tough. We're at a point where it's just like really hard to PB, and that's just like kind of life. Even if I like play well,
Let's go!
but that's all right.
Hi-ya! Gotcha!
I'll always just enjoy playing Ape Escape. Does the J stand for jank?
Gotcha! Gotcha! Hi-ya! Gotcha!
Jake. Jace. Gotta play them Jake races, man. I don't know what I'm doing. I should be racing Jake and then going fast. Yo, thanks, Antlers. Agree. Appreciate the good luck. It's always good seeing you in the morning. Well, morning for me.
Let's go! Hi-ya! 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 Oh,
You asshole. I swear to God. Fucking waterfall monkey, man. I don't even care that I missed my cycle. We're taking cycle 2. It's okay.
hi-ya! 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 Hi-ya!
It does kind of suck, but it's like, whatever. Oh, we got that weird thing that happens, man. He got hit by the club. Like, this is weird thing with that monkey. Like, I've only ever seen it with that monkey. Where, after he gets broken out of an egg, sometimes he'll do a jump animation. And if you hit him right before he starts it up, he gets hit at the end of the animation. It's such a, like, a weird thing. I've only ever seen it with that monkey. Alright, if we lose time in thick jungle, we'll reset, but hopefully we won't. I mean, if we lose like a million years, whatever, it's like 2 seconds. But I got a new gadget. Check it out.
Let's go!
All right side. Cool. Fuck. Very thick jungle. The thickest of jungles. I mean, have you seen those pitcher plants? Awooga.
Let's go!
I don't know about that. Ow. I heard the other monkey trigger, but it means we're gonna get by the bee. So I'm gonna write out all the other ape stuff I need to get done, and I think we're gonna start, like, once the MMR2 is over, we're gonna start, like, actually doing it. So I can get everything that I need done. I can go back to just playing Ape 1 every day. We're losing a little bit of time in thick jungle. Because that guy wants to be that guy. Because honestly, I don't feel like rusty at Ape 1, but I feel like I'm not all greased up, you know what I mean? Like normally I'd have no problem. I'm feeling a little shaky right now. With a couple of, like, the little minute... See, I see all the little minute things that I'm doing wrong. Like, walking, like wasting half a second because I'm not walking the proper line and whatnot. Or like I made a jump bad. That's what happens when you're, like, trying to, like, go for, like, world record, you're really close to it. You see, like, everything. Thanks. I'm using 50% of his brain. That's because the apes are a part of the other 50%. Maybe that's why I'm, like, tired all the time, because my mind is completely devoted to ape knowledge. It's just constantly running. Constantly replaying the game in my head. It's not gonna go down, look at that. Easy. What kind of birds we getting? We getting good birds? Actually, yeah, we're getting good birds. Kinda shocked. Ba-da-ba-da. I think we've cracked the code of why I'm tired. Ape Escape's fault. Whoosh. Yeah, you're right, Antlers. See, you get it. Man understands me. Just run by hamsters. Lone monkey pickies those. There's just a monkey like sneezing and doing backflips. That's what he's just like, achoo. And then he's turning around doing a backflip and then he's sneezing again. Can I still IJ? Only been a week. Of course I can.
Let's go! Gotcha!
Shouldn't have adjusted my camera. Okay.
Gotcha!
I adjusted my camera twice on accident. It completely messes up the visual I use. Because it moves the camera in the wrong spot.
Gotcha!
That's a fast relic.
Gotcha! Gotcha!
Yes! Cool. I think I had to catch a river monkey in my PB. That's the only reason I could think it would be that bad. That must have had to catch river monkey.
Let's go!
Or I fell in the pit, or I missed the first IJ and fell in the pit. That would do it. I've done that I don't know how many times.
I'm going for it!
Fuck.
Hiya! Yeah! Hiya! Let's go! Hiya! Gotcha!
Odd. Oh, wrong way around the tree.
Hiya!
That might still work. I heard the monkey activate. Oh, why are you running that way, though?
Gotcha!
What a guy. You ran the wrong way.
Gotcha!
Okay, camera. Just do a big loop-de-loop around Spike. Sure.
Gotcha!
Love when the camera does that.
Yes!
It just did a big loop in the wrong direction to fix itself. Oh, ball as well? Yeah, I'm doing great, actually. I'm a little tired, you know, but I mean, when aren't I tired? So, I'm alright. You know, how you doing, Bean? Mr. Sub-Hour himself. Hope you're doing well.
Let's go. Gotcha. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Got the spike grunt. I don't know why, the spike grunt's always funny to me. If you don't get the gotcha, he's like, ooh.
Yes.
Hanging in there, that's good. Surviving. Ah, some good coffee. I press square. Classic. Let's try that again. It didn't auto swap to Dexter this time. That's a one-time deal.
Let's go.
Learn something new every day. That's the best Dexter split I've ever had in my life. What's up, Mavi? I appreciate the good luck. Thank you, bud. Honestly, I might have good luck today, but apparently I'm playing like an absolute goober, man. Like I never played Ape before. Yo, Sizzle! What's up, my guy? Great seeing y'all here. What's my PR? Well, I have a man named It's Devil Dude who works for my public relations. He kind of gets my name out there, you know? I think you... Fuck. Fuck this. I'm already like... I already couldn't select the stage. I'm doing another one. That one was like grotesque. Brand deal or something? You know, do your best, Sizzle. That's alright. That's alright. I don't know if you saw. I don't know if you just like came in right after the debacle of me choosing the wrong stage like twice. Like I just let's do it. Let's do a real one. I got my practice out of the way. What else can I say to come up with an excuse? I need to know. How are y'all doing? You guys having a good day? Everyone vibing?
Let's go.
Featuring me. Fence jump speeder. Is that what we're calling it now?
Yes.
Night shifts be like, yo, I feel that. I don't have a night shift, Mavi, but I got one of those, like, I work at like 3 a.m. so I actually like sort of understand. I got like the big morning shift. Oh, you're just getting the bad rolls out of the way, of course. Oh. No, I said I was playing like an absolute goober. Actually, but yeah. That's funny. Funny. Alright. I get you. Fucking help me. How you doing, Jill? Great seeing you. Yeah, I feel that, man. I like as much as like people like I have people like I'll work at like my 3 a.m. shift, and people are like, "How could you work a 3 a.m. shift? Why would you want to get up that early?" And I just look at them and say, "Because I don't have to deal with anyone. Like I just work my shift, and by the time I'm going home, that's when people start rolling in. I'm just like, I'm already out of there. I worked my job. I'm going home. Sleepy, me too. Of course, it does make me like literally tired all the time." Like, it's not like I'm not a sociable person. It's just like sometimes you just don't want to like I just want to work and go home. I don't want to deal with like a bunch of extra things, bullshit, all that stuff that comes with like dealing with like actual people, customers and whatnot. Just get out of the way. I don't want to deal with any of it. Right, though, apparently my job's having, corporate, wait. Well, you know what it is? Like, I have people at my job who are like, you know, I could never wake up that early. Like, I get that, you know, maybe you're not, like, a morning person. Maybe you can't, like, do the 3 a.m. wake up, get ready for work and whatnot. Yeah, whatever. I mean, we're not nocturnal. As much as some people want to say they are. But, like, I much rather just... See, for me, I don't, like... There are people who have jobs that's, like, their career, and they like their jobs, and they're like, this is their life, is their job. I'm not one of those people. For me, a job's always been, I use it to make money so I can do the things I want to do. Because if I had the choice, there's nothing I think I could do that I would want to do as a job. Even like play video games. Like if I was like an actual Twitch streamer, not just a guy speedrunning Ape Escape, like I don't know how long I'd be able to do it without like starting to hate it.
This bites.
Damn straight. Was that loud? I need to know. I've been adjusting the volume of my sound alerts. If I had to wake up 3 a.m., I'd probably sleep majority of the day and start working after I've been up for a few hours. Thank you. Probably sleep a few hours later. See, you're mixing up your sleep throughout the day. I would never be able to do that. I sleep once. If I had to like take a nap, well, sometimes I take naps, but if it was like every day where it's like I get home from work, I sleep. I wake up, I do my thing, I sleep, I go to work. You know, every day would be, like, long as fuck. Feeling. Or I would, like, lose track of what day it is. Did you just turn back around? Maybe someday. No boulder? Well, I've worked so my job. I've worked every shift in that store. I've worked the 3 a.m. shift. I've worked the 12 p.m. shift. I've worked the 7 a.m. shift. I've worked the 6 p.m. to midnight shift. Like I've worked every shift, and I like much prefer the morning. Rocked, I did get bouldered. Absolutely bouldered. Spike's still recovering. That was a pretty normal thick jungle.
Yes.
I remember when I used to work the 6 p.m. to midnight shift, and I was like, this is the worst shift to have to work a job. What, the boulder? Get Dwayne'd. Yeah, I'm about to get world record, and then Dwayne's gonna step in and take the controller from me, and then he's gonna be like, look, I got world record. I'm the champ. A boulder. Yeah, when I used to work like the 6 p.m. to midnight shift, if you smell Now, The Rock wasn't known for suplexes, man. Again, he's gonna give me the rock bottom. Give me that float over DDT. Speaking of The Rock, I was surprised he didn't show up at Elimination Chamber. I guess he didn't want to take the Ape's elbow. You gotta do the monkey's elbow, man. Ape's elbow does sound good, but you know we got syllables here. Koa sponsor? Doesn't he just own that company though? Nah, it says, well, if you're not keeping up with wrestling right now, Rock has put himself as part of like the head, like, I don't know, not the bookers, but like he's like part of the oversight committee for WWE now, and he pretty much put himself, he was gonna put himself in a match against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania for the title. But the fans hated that storyline so much that they like had to like retcon in like a week. Like, man hasn't wrestled for like years, just shows up, I want a title shot.
Let's go.
So bad.
I'm going for it.
I almost forgot what I was doing. I was about to put the hoop on. The non-existent hoop. Do you remember when The Rock showed up at the Game Awards and he was just like a sky, it was like a fucking video message from The Rock where he's like drinking his like and he was like drinking his drink there just for the sponsorship and shit. It was so funny, man. And like everyone was just like, what does The Rock have to do with fucking game designers? Like, well, he didn't like, I remember because he like said a lot of things, but he didn't say anything, you know? He like talked a bunch, but he didn't really say anything. And then he was just kind of like there.
Yes.
All PR talk. Yeah, he's got Devil's doing his work. Nah, Vince is gone, man. Vince is like they want Vince since MMA took over. WWE now. So Vince doesn't own it anymore. And now Vince is actually getting like into real bad legal trouble considering all the shit he's done over the years. I think he's just not gonna be with the company anymore ever again. Just can't seem to get rid of him. Yeah, he's like a fungus. He just keeps coming back.
Let's go.
It's true. There was like the whole thing about him like becoming part of the board. Like he was MMA boredom, and then they got rid of Vince, and then Vince was part of the board of directors, and then they got rid of Vince, and then it was funny. Like he did just keep coming back, and like they were trying to like get rid of him, which I understand. I'm actually watching through that like that 2000s era of wrestling right now. Still. And like it's really funny seeing Vince. I don't know, man. Like I've always known him to have like the legal stuff I'm hearing about him is like stuff from like around the era I'm watching right now, and like I totally see it. It's wild that it didn't like come out until now. Well, I guess it has been coming out slowly. I mean, there was articles about it, but it was never big news. Because WWE would always squash any of that stuff. But, I mean, they had a lot of money, so it makes sense.
Yes.
But when he's like in the ring, and he says something like calling himself the genetic jackhammer, and like I think about all the like, the sexual harassment lawsuits and stuff, I'm just like, oh, like, it's really like hard to watch sometimes. Vince McMahon kissed my ass club. I remember that. I haven't gotten to that point in the WWF yet, watching through all the episodes. I'm up to the genetic jackhammer. Have you seen the like Attitude Era? Like at all? The Attitude Era of wrestling, they got away with shit you would never see on TV ever again. It's wild what they put on. He called himself the genetic jackhammer, and then for the whole rest of the episode, like he left, and for the whole rest of Raw, like Jerry the King, the commentator, was like making jokes about him banging his wife. Like leaving to go bang his wife and have another kid. It's so like hard to watch sometimes. It's really, really difficult to watch sometimes. Oh, you got like the classic stuff, right? From like the 70s, the 80s, you know, the early times of wrestling where it's like more just like you know, you got the wrestling matches, it's normal. It's not like too crazy. It wasn't until like the 90s when they injected it with like this like, you know, everything in the 90s and 2000s had this like edge to it. Yeah, the Territory Wars, right? You got the NWA. I couldn't probably name more, but you get the territories. It was all like small brands. It wasn't until like the WWF that wrestling became like a bigger phenomenon. You know, Mid-South wrestling. I forget, is that the one from that's the Smoky Mountain? Oh, see, you know this stuff, yeah. Absolutely a ton. And they were all smaller. Was Mid-South Jim Cornette? I forget which one Jim Cornette was part of. I know he was part of like WWF and stuff later on. I just always forget. It sounds right. It's like would probably be up his alley. Anyway, then in like the 90s, well, the early 90s and like the late 80s, you had like WWF was more like trying to be kid-friendly. Oh, that was Bill Watts thing. Was trying to be more kid-friendly with their characters. That was like the new generation. We had guys like Shawn Michaels. One second. Razor. Well, I guess this. I'm talking about before them. Like before those guys, you had guys like. Well, that's where like Undertaker was like very prominent. The Dead Man. In his early career. You had people who had like jobs, like Isaac Yankem, DDS. Yeah, no problem, Antlers. IRS.
Yes.
Sergeant Slaughter. You know, people who had like one gimmick and they were trying to be very kid friendly, and then they had like the new generation, which was like Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon, Diesel. Those kind of guys, like the younger generation taking over from like the older guys from like the 80s and stuff. And then after that, we hit the 90s where it became like hella edgy. Like everything in the 90s did. Everything in the 90s. 90s was wild. It was cool.
Let's go.
And that was the Attitude Era. We had like Stone Cold, The Rock. Triple H became like Triple H used to just be like he was his name was Hunter Hearst Helmsley, and he was like a proper British aristocrat was his gimmick for like a while until he eventually became, you know, the game Triple H. It was like even more ruthless and stuff. That's what you need in like the 90s. The DX. The Road Dogg and Jesse James used to come out and they would just shout like "suck it," right? I mean that's DX. And then they started they had WWE specifically was having a lot of backlash from, I think it was the RTC, which was a group, it was primarily like a Christian censorship board that were like coming down heavily on wrestling because of its content, along with some other stuff related to that with the content they were putting on TV. Oh, I'd be surprised if the FCC was also, like, fully against the way they were going with TV, so they had to, like, clean up everything. And it became, in, like, that early 2000s era to, like, 2008, 2006, 2008, like, that era was very, a lot more predominantly about the wrestling, and they did away with all the, like, the edge that it used to have. Ever since then, it's been more or less the same. But it's been that era, that 2000s era, is like my favorite era of wrestling. So I'm glad I'm getting back into watching it. I've been watching since. I'm watching every Raw and now SmackDown, since SmackDown's the show. Now they have 2 shows. It was extremely short and yeah. Every Raw and SmackDown from '97, and they do 1 show a week, so it's 52 weeks in a year, right? So it's like 52 hour and a 2 hour and a half episodes of Raw every year. I've watched 2.5 years now worth of that, and now that I'm watching SmackDown, now it's 3 hours. It's 3 hours every week for wrestling, so that would be like 156 hours of wrestling for a year. And I'm just catching up with everything that I've watched over the years. A lot of the times when I was younger, they would also, on top of the weekly shows, they'd do pay-per-views. You know, back when they used to pay in to watch wrestling. We watch the pay-per-view shows. As a kid, I never got to watch the pay-per-view shows because my family didn't have any money. So it's nice watching the build-up and actually watching the pay-per-view. The thing about wrestling I like I don't know, you never watched wrestling, Joe, right? Wrestling's fake, we all know it's fake, but the storylines and, like, the craft of how they wrestle is, like, really intriguing for me. I always enjoy it. Like, I've actually been watching a lot of, interviews with, like, older wrestlers. Like, I just watched one today with Disco Inferno. If you don't know who Disco Inferno is, he is a wrestler from WCW back in the day, whose entire gimmick is that he's a disco dancer. No joke. But he was a very popular mid-card character. He would come out and disco dance. No joke. It was great. I love Disco Fever. And his theme song is hilarious. Disco Fever.
Yes!
It's really silly. But Disco is a really good wrestler. He's always been a mid-carder, but he's a cool wrestler. Even though his gimmick's kind of, you know, extremely dated the moment he came out with it. But that was like the point. And it's like, it's cool seeing like interviews of guys I used to watch like as a kid, and they're talking about wrestling, they're talking about shit. I'm like really into that stuff. And I think it's because I grew up watching wrestling. Oh? What are you doing? Yo, good old mid-tier gong room. You appreciate old favorites? I actually, you know, watching back, you know what's nice about watching, like, older wrestling? Like, you get appreciation for wrestlers that... So I'm looking at it from a different eye. And, like, you get appreciation for wrestlers that you used to not care about, or the people don't remember. Like, someone like, a pretty prominent wrestler during the Attitude Era was D'Lo Brown for a while. And I love watching D'Lo wrestle. He's great. Right, but he was never anything, like, super famous, so no one really talks about him. Not like they do, like, Stone Cold, or, like, Kurt Angle in his, like, younger years, or, like... You know, like Triple H, like, The Rock. Guys people talk about, right? So it's nice seeing them. It's nice seeing their matches, you know, seeing... You know, it's interesting. Especially because, during this time, like, during that Attitude Era... WWF was at war with another wrestling company, WCW. If you were unaware. Where they would have their wrestling show on at the same time every week. And, that era was actually called, like, the Monday Night Wars, which was funny. And, you know, they had different crews of wrestlers, different guys. Some of my favorite wrestlers were guys that wrestled in, like, WCW. And then around, like, 2001, March, like, 2001, WWF actually bought out WCW. Like, that buyout is super big. But I'm, like, excited to get to that point watching all the episodes of WWE. Because then I get to see some of my favorite wrestlers wrestle on WWE. Like, Eddie Guerrero already moved over at this point. They had four very important wrestlers in WCW, four really, really good wrestlers. Already left at this, like, point in the juncture before the buyout, which were, like, Dean Malenko, Eddie Guerrero, Perry Saturn, Chris Benoit. And, like, it's cool seeing those guys wrestle in WWE for, like, the first time. Even though they're already, like, very well-established wrestlers in WCW. So seeing that stuff's pretty interesting. Why am I hooping there? It's had a really bad, this level. Crumbling Castle. But I gotta wait a bit for, like, everyone else to be, like, move over from being when they get bought out. Because it'll be great to see, oh, why are you hooping? Like, I love watching Booker T wrestle, so it'll be nice to see him. Sometimes you just like to hoop. It's true. Yes! So I just saw. So besides that, I keep up with. I watch all the new pay-per-views when they come out. I don't watch new Raw or SmackDown because I don't really care for it. But I watch the new pay-per-views of like current era wrestlers. And man, they're just not. I don't want to be like the old curmudgeon guy, but they're just not as good as they used to be. Because nowadays, like you look at it this way as like a product. They're not trying to like sell the pay-per-view like it's I do, Sizzle, don't you? I was also an experiment in the lab by the professor. They don't have to sell the pay-per-views because they're released on their streaming services nowadays. So they don't have to be like anything special. So they really don't do like they used to do.
Let's go!
I got a splinter. I just watched Elimination Chamber, right? It was like the last pay-per-view, which you've never seen like an Elimination Chamber match. It's really cool. Because it's like a 6-way match. Where they have two guys wrestle in the ring and then after a predetermined amount of time, an additional wrestler is introduced for the match. So it's a really cool like idea. And they build like a giant enclosed steel cage for all of them to fight in. Very cool, right? You don't. Why would you vertical hoop up a tree? You need a corner for that. How would you do that up a tree? I didn't want to jump on this barrel.
Yes!
Jesus. That's not, yeah, that's a lot, you know. Your body's just gonna dissolve the splinter inside of yourself and you're not, it's gonna be gone. Says guy who's gotten more splinters than he can count. Maybe my heart is just like a pincushion of splinters.
I'm going for it!
You know, one false move and stab. Oh yeah, and what, if I eat watermelon seeds, I'm gonna have a watermelon grow in my stomach? I am Iron Man. I am unkillable. look at me. What? I got shit near my heart? What? Has it got a metal dome around it? Impenetrable force field? Oh, that's not what I wanted. Yo, thank God you didn't shoot. Did you see him aim at me and not shoot? When does that happen? Excuse me? I saw Zingo try my card trick and fail it. Oh, what a good factory.
Yes.
Just ready to stab your heart at any second. They're just floating there, waiting. Horizontal speed with the slingshot? What do you mean specifically? Do you mean like how I don't just go up straight? Keep going up, you're IJing too fast. Just straight up, you're doing it too fast. The faster you do it, the more vertical height you get, and the less horizontal speed you get. 2, when I'm boost jumping with the hoop into my IJ, it's gonna conserve that horizontal speed, and I will lose it over time as I IJ. But the initial speed is still present there. Yeah, I actually get that question a lot, Sizzle. And yeah, more often than not, it's people are IJing too fast because they don't know the rhythm yet. What I would do is, you know, when you're practicing IJs, I would just stand on like a flat surface and just IJ until you like extend the amount of time in between your inputs until you can't IJ, and get a feel for that. So it's actually a lot slower than you think, or the gap in how slow you can put your inputs is way bigger than you think it is. It's not like it's not like you have to do these like a frame apart kind of trick. Trying to IJ IRL? Yeah, if this was a different Ape game, it's funny. So Ape 2 is the exact opposite, where in Ape 2, the faster you do the inputs, the faster your air curl is. Which is funny. Devil, how'd you feel about Elimination Chamber now that you're actually here and I wanted to talk about it to you specifically? No. You guys should know we do have PB potential. Just FYI. We do have PP potential, you're right. Whatever the fuck that means. Yeah, to be fair, there was what is it, when the headbangers came out? No, it wasn't the headbangers. It was like, they had the job squad, which if you don't know what jobbing is, it's when you lose a match in wrestling. Like, you gotta job out to your opponent. You gotta make your opponent look good. They had the job squad, and like they. One time they said like we're gonna do the JOB on the PPV, on the. It was like the funniest thing ever to me. I don't know why. Like it was just. That's what I'm seeing right now. I gotta do the PPV WE. Yeah, good old pin me, pay me. Al Snow was part of that. Al Snow was a really good wrestler, if you guys didn't know him. He had a gimmick where he would walk around with a mannequin head, and he still does it to this day. It's like his main gimmick, where he'd have a mannequin head with him that would tell him how to wrestle during the match. And he would, like, talk to the head all the time. And, like, he just would be, like, a crazy person. He was great. He was great, because he, like, 100%... Like, it's not like you fully believe that this man was actually talking to this mannequin head.
Yes!
To the point where he had the he wrestled the mannequin head in a match once to win a belt off of it. Because it was a match where he would hit the opponent. His like finish used to be he'd hit the opponent with the mannequin head, right? And he did one where the mannequin head pinned him, so he had to wrestle the head in a match. So you just have this crazy man wrestling a mannequin head in the middle of the ring. Yeah, no, it was great. It was great. And then once he had the mannequin head stolen by someone, so he had to find a new wrestling coach. So he used a stuffed deer head, whose name was Pierre.
Welcome to my circus.
I love wrestling, man. It's fucking silly sometimes. That's like the funniest shit. And for one of the like skits with Pierre, Bob Holly, Hardcore Holly, actually like destroyed the deer head. So they had a skit where Al Snow came out and he was doing like a eulogy for Pierre, the stuffed deer head that was his wrestling coach. Talking about like all the things him and Pierre used to do. He had like a box of Pierre's things. It's like, this is Pierre's eye patch that he always wore. And it's like, the deer has never worn an eye patch. He was so good at like being like an insane person. Where like you fully believed his gimmick. And he was a great wrestler. That's not even like the craziest stuff in wrestling. 7 gates, by the way. Judging by my HP, we get jump 7 gates. Canonically, The Undertaker has actually died and resurrected from the dead multiple times. And that is canon to wrestling lore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? It's like canon to wrestling lore that he has actually done. He had a famous match where it was a casket match where the whole point of the match is to put someone in a casket. And when you win the match, close with the casket. They did it once, and then they lit the casket on fire. So he like was kind of, so he was like set on fire inside a casket. Death is only a small hurdle to winning a match. Exactly. No. We're not losing this run. To that monkey. No.
I'm going for it.
The Dudley Boys, if you don't know the Dudley Boys, they got actually, like, really big by putting, like, an 80-year-old woman through a table. That was kind of great. They put Mae Young, who was like a wrestler from like back in the day, through a table, and she was like an 80-year-old woman. They became like one of the most hated tag teams ever. In like a good way, like, cause like that's the whole thing about wrestling, is like you got good guys and bad guys, right? So they became like really pretty good bad guys. Because after that, their whole gimmick was they would Bubba Ray would see a woman, and he'd want to put her through a table. It became this need to, like, put women through tables. And that became their whole gimmick for, like, a while. The heel, right? Yeah, they're the heel. You got the heel and the babyface. They would always, like, sell it as, like, oh, it's the worst thing ever that he's doing this. You know, they're despicable people. Those damn Dudleys. But the whole thing is, right, is, like, the crowd was, like, 100% behind them doing it. Like they were the bad guys, but the crowd, whenever they would come out, they were like, shall we want tables? Because they want to see the Dudleys put people through tables. Even though they're, like, the bad guys. It was great. What am I doing wrong? You're not IJing slow enough. Try again. Oh, those were good UFOs! Oh, shit, you piece of shit monkey, no! The banana peel! Oh my god. I am the table. You have the wrong slingshot, yeah. Have you ever seen some of like the like bad injuries people have gotten from going through tables, Devil? They get really rough, man. So, funnily enough, we have like 8 seconds that we have to save. I don't think we can PB. Oh, you got by my Ape Escape trick book. See, he gets it. This is all marketing. Me? Why? What happened? Something happened recently, Devil? Thanks, Sarge! I didn't thank Sarge. I think it's because you know why? Do you know why? Because I read your message, Sizzle, and in my head I said thanks, Sarge. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, belated thanks to Sarge for that jump. Gable versus Gunther at Mania? Thank fucking God. Thank God. You want to talk about two guys that can fucking wrestle right now? Gunther and Gable. That's gonna be a match. Like, that's an exciting match to hear about. I want to watch that right now. Devil, do you think The Rock is gonna ruin Cody's chance at winning the belt at WrestleMania again? Like, do you think he's gonna be now the one to join the Bloodline, and Cody's not gonna win the belt again? I hope not. Me too. But at the same, yeah, exactly. It's like, yes. So, Devil, are you actually here now? Can we talk about Elimination Chamber? Like, it's the third time I'm asking you. How'd you feel about it, man? No, you good, Devil. You're good. Like, I actually watched it yesterday. There's a good ape run, by the way, guys. It's a pretty good one. Women's Chamber? I like I did like the Women's Chamber, I will admit. There were a couple spots I was a little iffy on, but for the most part, I did like it. For me, it was that tag team match. One for you. Everything would be perfect. Yeah, you like the tag match. Tag match was great.
Spectre, put a stop to this now. I'm taking you back to the
only thing I didn't like about the tag match was must be joking. Oh, thanks for the GGs, Bean Devil. I don't really like the New Catch Republic. I felt like their tandem offense was cool, but they did it too many times, if that makes sense, man. Yes! Nope. Too soon, Bean. Way too soon. Rhea wasn't gonna lose the belt going into WrestleMania. That match just... To be fair, it was a decent match for them, too. But, you know, every time I watch Nia Jax wrestle... Well, why don't we go in order? I like going in order whenever we do this, right? You had the, You had the dark match that wasn't a dark match that played during the kickoff show where it was the Kabuki Warriors versus, They don't have a tag name, so it's hard to remember their names. The other Australian wrestler they have. Indy Hartwell and the girl with the butterfly wings, whose name escapes me. Yeah, that match, I'm not going to even talk about that match, because that match was just so Indy Hartwell was wrestling in Australia, because that's where she's from. Makes sense, it was a dark match anyway, you know. It's not a dark match anymore, but it's a dark match. Candice LeRae, thank you. Yeah, thanks for the GG's, Navi. Oh, and Sizzle, I'm sorry. You said buy the trick book. My mistake. That match wasn't anything, Devil. That was just so... Yeah, thanks, Pal Version. That was just so Indy could wrestle. And then you had what? The first match was the women's... Spike! Yo, Ape Friend, guys. Ape Friend. Ape Friend. I don't know if it actually pops up. I don't think 7TV works on my thing for some reason. Unless did I not add it? 1 second. Oh, what was it, like the Women's Chamber? I like the Women's Chamber a lot. I don't think it had any like spots where I was like unhappy about it, I guess so to say. Oh, it's enabled. Hey! Yeah. Enjoy the song for a bit. What was it? So the thing about the women's elimination chamber, though, for me, Devil, was I don't think like it's weird. Like I don't know if I was happy with but didn't last minute changes because he became a father? Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, because they didn't... Well, is that why they had Bobby Lashley? Because Bobby Lashley's the only one who felt out of place. Like, out of all of them, Bobby Lashley felt a little out of place. G-g. Yo, g-g. He was meant to wrestle Seth. Oh. Interesting. Oh, what? Seth wins, then goes on to Mania? Oh. Yeah, sorry, I'm just finishing my coffee. 2-hour run. I thought it was pretty alright overall. I still live in this like world of, man, I don't really like new wrestling, but I did like enjoy most of it. Did Orin actually get hurt? I can't. Orin is so good at like selling and like keeping with the storyline that I don't know if he actually got hurt or not, or he's just like selling the storyline of like he came back with a back injury. Like he looked actually hurt with the way he was moving around and stuff. That's what I mean. Like he's like one of the best sellers ever. Like in storyline, he has a bad back all the time, and he has to like, and he looked legit. Looks like he has a bad back. Like the last pay-per-view when he was like wrestling with the, doing the, what was it? It was the 4-way with AJ and you know them. Like he legit looked like he hurt his back there. like it's just like, and he's kept it going. He's also the guy that's pounded the mat so hard he broke his arm. Remember that? Or he sprained his arm? When he did his, like, viper coiling. I had a field day with AJ. That doesn't surprise me. Because people want LA Knight... What? If the people want LA Knight to have a belt so bad. To be like someone. And they just won't let it happen. They just refuse to let it happen. And I don't know why.
Let's go.
Do they, like, not trust the guy?
Hi-ya.
He didn't fall off the edge of the earth.
Hi-ya.
Is he? Man's been to Japan, you know. He's been on planes. I don't know if he is. He's been around the world. It's weird if you're like a world traveler and you still believe in flat Earth.
Let's go. Hi-ya. Gotcha. Hi-ya. Gotcha. Gotcha. Hi-ya. Gotcha. Yes!
Boop, boop, boop. So apparently me not playing the game for like a week, it only took me like one run. And now I'm backing trying to get a PB. And almost getting it. That's so funny, man. Like, I never stop being good at it. Guess that's what happens when you play the game like for like 2 years. That was cool. The Class A monkey walks through the net. Women's chamber. Yeah, so the women's chamber, right? I don't know. I did not want, I know he's winning. Yeah, I know. I'm kind of, I wanted, like, them to, you know what bothers me about, like, the women's side of wrestling right now? They keep putting the same people up front. I wanted Tiffy to win that. You know that? I wanted Tiffy to win that. Because I like her as a wrestler. Right? I think she's a really good wrestler. She's got like the whole thing going on. I'm like I don't know how much I want to see like fucking Becky Lynch wrestle for the belt again against Rhea. Like I don't know. She's wrestled before then though, but I guess she's too new for them to one put forward, I guess. But I really wanted to see that happen because that would have been like a wow moment for her. Right, that would have been like, oh my god, she won Elimination Chamber? That's crazy. I don't want to see Becky Lynch versus Rhea. I just don't. You can't sell me right now that Becky Lynch could beat Rhea in a fight. Like, you just can't. After she beat Nia Jax. Yeah. Well, I get... No, see... Yeah, that is a problem. I agree with you. But, see, that was UFOless. See, the thing is, Devil, you gotta look at it this way. Tiffy's new. It's possible Rhea's not prepared for the fight. It's possible that she's obviously more agile. Right? Use that to your advantage. Yeah, UFOless. Let's go. There are like ways to work around it where it's not just her getting powered out. Whereas like Becky Lynch's like fighting strategy is she's gonna punch you until you die. Which doesn't work on Rhea, and we know that. I mean, she kicked out of I don't know what Nia Jax calls her like move where she sits on them, but it's a bonsai drop. It's called a bonsai drop from Rikishi doing it. You know, she kicked out of just that. So it's just like, well, whatever Becky Lynch is gonna throw at her, how is it gonna be any better than that? But that's like a problem with like current wrestling. So that's just a problem with current wrestling.
Let's go.
Liv and Becky are gonna... Yeah, no, they're gonna feud leading up to Mania. Becky's gonna win, so Becky looks better leading into the fight against Rhea. Definitely. Because they're not gonna make Becky look bad. So that's probably what's gonna happen, so that Becky looks like, yo, she could take on Rhea. And you'll have the, that match. Which will be, you know what, it's gonna be an okay match. I just don't think Rhea's gonna lose. Because she makes them way too much money that they'd want to take the belt off her. Even if Becky wins. I don't know what Becky would do holding the belt. That hasn't been done already. GG? Yo, thanks, Jay. But for the most part, you know, it was fine. You know, I noticed this Elimination Chamber for, like, both the men's and women's. They did not do, like, the crazy shit they've done in earlier Elimination Chambers. They were very safe with them. I don't know if you noticed that. Liv Morgan and Becky Lynch, Jay. Jay, you'd probably like Liv Morgan. If you watched her wrestle. You'd probably like her. Yeah, I think the most thing they did was a couple spots from on top of the chambers, but no one did anything, like, really crazy. She fit? She's got that, tiny pixie energy from, like, women's wrestling from back in, like, the 2000s. Do you have a better arse than Rhea? No. So the pirates didn't steal the chamber.
Let's go! Hi-ya! Hi-ya!
But other than that, Devil, what was after the elimination chamber? That was the tag match? Split the fucking titles? You know what I think they should do?
Let's go!
Right? If they have Judgment Day break up while they have the titles, they should just each take a title with them.
Hi-ya! Hi-ya!
Or something. Like, you gotta have a tag team, like...
Hi-ya!
Or I don't know. You gotta do something with them. You do have to split the titles. But I feel like they're doing that with... either that or unify the titles, so it's just one title now. Because them walking out with, like, 2 belts, like, kind of diminishes the, It really diminishes the value of the tag team belts. On Monster Hunter, what? What, Oni? Oh, the... Alright. Why are the crabs so annoying? Because they fight different than other monsters. You gotta get used to fighting them differently. Or you need to use, like, a hammer. And just, like, crack their shells open.
Yes!
So for me, Devil, I like the tag match. I really liked, you know, I like Finn Balor and, Damian Priest wrestling, right? The New Catch Republic guys, I like one of them. I feel like the finger manipulation and, like, the guy doing, like, his only move is the Inzagiri. We are, but, like, I'm not big on the finger manipulation guy. The bruiserweight. He's just not... It's not interesting. Him... Because he's not really breaking their fingers or making it look like he's breaking their fingers.
Let's go!
Even though that's supposed to be the thing. Yeah, Pete Dunne. I'm really not big on that guy. I don't know. He's supposed to be like a submission guy, right? And his whole thing is joint manipulation. But he mostly does finger stuff. When, if he had like a larger... If I saw a larger repertoire of like, submission moves, like... So, yo, Benoit's a shit person, but he was a phenomenal wrestler. And he always had, like... If he targeted a body part... he always had, like, a list of moves he would use specifically for that body part. And if Pete Dunne was doing stuff like that kind of thing, where he'd, like, target specific parts and then have, like, moves or, like, his joint manipulation on them, it would be more interesting than he just, well, I go for the fingers and I stomp their hands. I don't know. Like, I feel like he could do more than he is, so I don't really like him that much. The other guy, I don't know why he does that rope thing. Every time I see it, I'm like, yo, that's different, but wouldn't that be, like, worse than just taking the ropes normally? Because he always does it. Wouldn't you get less speed off the ropes doing that? It's just supposed to, like, look cool, but, like, mentally it doesn't make any sense to me. And maybe that's just me, right? Because I'm... But them in the tag match was, like, my one gripe with it, was that they kept doing tandem offense constantly. Which is cool, but, like, I felt like that tag match had no rules. Because, like, the guy was allowed to, like, stay out in the, like, in the match as long as he wanted. They told him to constantly do, like, tandem offense. That's not the kind of match it was. It was like a regular tag team match. Right. So I felt like there was a couple of like mishaps there where the match could have been more like solid. But I think that's more like my problem with current wrestling. Where it doesn't feel like they're like actually fighting over a belt. It feels like it's just a display of technical skills. Turn this. Yeah, no, I saw that happen where like I watched the replay and the whole screen went black. I was like, why?
I'm going for it.
Just show it, man. The fuck cares? It was good though, you know. It was a good match. Not surprising that New Day. Not New Day. I'm sorry. That Judgment Day kept their belts though. Dom lined up to fight Brock apparently at the Chamber. Why? Brock's not a babyface, or they can't sell Brock as a babyface. I can't believe we messed up the fucking Dexter. And he would just destroy Dom. Yeah, I remember that. Be Brock. Wow.
I'm going for it.
No, that monkey is gyrating.
Yes.
That match at the Chamber. Oh, okay. Well, whatever. That didn't happen. I'm not too worried about it. And then after the tag match was the men's chamber, right? Hey, what's up, Byron? Great seeing you, man.
Let's go.
The men's chamber, I don't know, man. It felt like I was okay with it. It's funny because, like, it's weird to say, but, like, I liked Logan Paul in the chamber, which was, like, really weird to say, because I don't like that guy at all. He's a shit person, but like, him and Orin having the thing going on was actually interesting. Right? I did feel like...
I'm going for it.
Yeah, you're right, Byron. That literally that. Ladder match at Mania? I'd be up for a ladder match. What? For what though? What's the winner? What's the winner? It's just a ladder match? Alright. The only one that doesn't fit in that ladder match is fucking LA Knight. No, I'm sorry. No, because AJ beat up LA Knight, right? That's what happened. that men's chamber, right? For me, Devil, that men's chamber was more about moving every individual in its storyline along and less about the chamber match itself. Because I think we already knew who was gonna fight Seth. Well, everyone wanted LA Knight to fight Seth, because they want LA Knight to have the belt. But I think we already knew. It's like, oh, he returns at Royal Rumble. I wonder who's gonna fight Seth. I think it was, yeah, it was Royal Rumble he showed back up in, right? Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know, man. Seth's really gotta get himself, like, actually, like, go to a doctor or do some surgery. Right? Doesn't he need on, like, his feet now or something? Yeah, that's what well, I mean, that's what everyone wanted to happen with Shinsuke, right? Where Shinsuke wins the belt off him so he can go get his back fucking surgery. And I was like, no, can't give it to Shinsuke. And then we had the Rhea match that really wasn't anything to write home about at all. It was like, okay.
Let's go.
Logan Paul's trying to go the route The Miz went, right? Where The Miz joined wrestling. Everybody treated him like crap, made fun of him because he's a reality star becoming a wrestler, and then Miz put in the work to become an actual wrestler. And now he's constantly celebrated as like a success story. That's what Logan's trying to do. I'm pretty sure he's like a shit human being. Who, what is it? It was like, what was the crypto scam that he's part of that he owes people millions of dollars and refuses to even, like, comment or pay them? Like, he's part of, like, a big crypto scam. Crypto Zoo, yeah, there you go. He wasn't even the only person? No, he wasn't the only person. But that's still something that... No, I know you're not defending him. You're just pointing it out. That's fair, Devil. That's fair. Now he has gotten better at wrestling since he came out, since he like started. I don't know if it was like the Ricochet and him colliding in Rumble, or that started to propel him. Where he was like, okay, now we have to actually push this guy. Then his like match with, I felt like his match with Rey Mysterio was shaky, but honestly it's weird because I blame Mysterio for that. Because I was still on the fence that Mysterio should have stopped wrestling at that point, because he was, like, botching a lot. Getting himself hurt because of it. Big-time stock crypto guys who are millionaires. I heard, yeah, I heard there were involvements with, like, big-time crypto guys with the Crypto Zoo stuff. Either way, though, still owes people like millions of dollars that he's never gonna pay up. Especially because he has a very, very good sports drink company right now that he's making tons of money off of, so he has no problem probably paying them. Yeah, generally just like a shit human being. But, you know, what he's doing in wrestling is he's a caricature of himself. He's taking his own, like, aspects of his personality and over-exaggerating them for wrestling, and it's, you know, making people hate him. That's the point. He's a heel. Oh yeah, that was a great spot when they
Let's go.
when what was it? When what was it? It was Bobby Lashley speared them through the fucking chamber. That was like great.
Let's go.
He saw Logan. He was just like, well, shit. Now I gotta spear Logan. But yeah, that, you know, men's chain was okay. Yeah, he was just standing there waiting. That was like actually funny. Wow. I don't know how I messed that up so bad. It's because I did the thing where I turned. Alright. Oh wow, I must not have gotten River Monkey. River Monkey loses so much time.
Yes.
Yeah, so I was cool with like the men's chamber, but it 100% felt like it was just moving people's storylines, and it wasn't about like them actually fighting for like the belt or a chance to fight the belt. But anyway, and then after that, you had the women's match with like Rhea. I don't know, you know, I'm watching current age Rikishi wrestle, and is Nia Jax related to Rikishi in any way? Is she part of like the Samoan like family? I think so, cause her wrestling, like what she did was pretty much like Rikishi's thing. Not just the bonsai drop, but just like in general. Like she had her own variation of like the stink fist. I was like, wow, that's really interesting to see. Yeah, it's sad that Punk got injured in the Rumble, or he would have probably been part of Elimination Chamber. And it probably would have went a completely different way.
Let's go.
I mean, I think we knew Punk was going to get injured eventually, because he is prone to injury at this point in his life. It's not like anything new for him. I didn't see where the guy went. Please. Oh, God. Don't look at that way. It's such a good ape picture. Bro, we'll make the time back.
Yes!
I'm excited to see how Mania goes, Devil. I'm really not excited for, like, the 2 days of... Ugh. He sat down like Punk in the ring when cutting his promo. Well, inside the Elimination Chamber, he did the... They were chanting CM Punk, and he did the go to sleep as like a jab at CM Punk. Or he did the thing, you know, where he does the sleep thing.
Let's go!
That'll be interesting because I don't think that Feels like shirts with the grave meme about injuring Punk. You're going all in on it. I remember when they did that with Owen Hart when he broke Stone Cold's neck, and then he had like the shirt for it for a little bit. That he's the one who broke Stone Cold's neck.
Let's go!
It's in poor taste. Welcome to Wrestling March. What's up? Going for now. How'd the Pokemon adventure go? Not at all. You know, probably the better option if you ask me.
Yes!
I've never done it that way before. I don't know how that happens. Normally you slide and you don't catch the monkey. I thought I came up short. I'm interested in that ROM hack you sent, but like, I don't know, man. I'd have to find the time to do it. That's what it always comes down to. Like, I got like 2 games I want to buy. I'm trying to spend $0 during the entirety of next month because I want to save up to buy my PC already.
Let's go!
Oh, okay. I need that PC by Dragon's Dogma 2 coming out. No, Typhlosion has a very specific thing you do with him, and he does it pretty well for himself. He's not like the worst thing ever. Out of those 3 starters, Megarium is probably the best. Like, if you're going off of those 3 starters. Oh, in the ROM hack. I don't know anything about what he is in the ROM hack, so. Look what I got, a new gadget. Check it out.
Let's go.
Yeah, so he's a ground fire type. Okay. It's an interesting choice, I guess. It gives him way more weaknesses. And a 4 times weakness. Like, that was one of Typhlosion's, I guess, better assets, was he was just a mono fire type.
Let's go.
I mean, now we're coming down to, like, semantics and Pokemon on if double typing is better than single typing. I'm gonna get hit by the bird. I lost all my speed. Classic messed up my double neutral.
This bites.
Sure does, Powder. Everything else neutral or something? He should be weak to rock as well. Unless fire is not weak to rock. I thought it was. No, ice is weak to rock. My mistake. I'm wrong. Stealth Rock is 4 times the Articuno, but only 2 times the Moltres. Yeah, because it's flying. Sorry, my wires got crossed. It's funny, because whenever, like, Moltres is, like, affected by Stealth Rock, I'm like, oh, it's fire type. It's like, no. That was a bad Frosty. 3 innate abilities and 1 changing ability. Okay, that's interesting. What time is it? Okay, I still got a lot of time. I mentioned earlier, around like 4 PM I need to stop playing. I have something I gotta do today. What a bird spot! Jesus Christ. He was like almost on top of the monkey. Did you see that? What the fuck? What?
Yes.
Put down Sandstorm and hit you really hard. He is a ground type, so he doesn't get the special defense benefit off of it because he's not rock. Rock's the only Pokemon that really benefits from Sandstorm.
Go.
They gave him Sand Rush to make, I guess, to make up for the fact that he has like not the best base speed. It's weird. Why not just like I don't know. That, see, when they start doing things like that, when I play a ROM hack that like changes the way Pokemon work, I get like really like that isn't just new Pokemon, right? I get like really like I don't feel like playing this. It's most because I gotta like relearn the entirety of like Pokemon. That's hard to want to do. What a bad sushi.
Yes.
He might not be. He's a special attacker, isn't he? He should be using, like, Earth Power. Nah, Typhlosion isn't bad. Typhlosion's a bulky fire Pokemon. If I remember correctly.
I'm going for it.
I'm talking about regular Typhlosion. And yeah, you can be bulky with a 4 times weakness. I mean, look at Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn's a whole mon. I'm not making this. Why am I playing bad now? Oh, I just lost sound. You guys still hear the game? I just lost sound from my headset. Oh, the emulator crashed. Look at that. Not the emulator, I'm sorry. The capture card crashed. It's wild. Look at that. That's such a funny picture. I was wondering why I lost sound. I know why. So what's happening with the capture card now is the thing is getting a little loose. 1 second. And it's got some wires on it that I need to move. That's because it's sitting in a stupid port. I have to have it plugged into the front face of my PC, and it's in a port where the weight of it is bending the USB port because computers are designed stupid. When they put USB ports on the front of your computer and they put them like flat, normally the weight of the thing will slowly bend the USB until it like doesn't work anymore. Instead of putting them horizontal, where if you put it in there, it's not gonna bend it as much because it makes more sense, like logically it won't bend it as much because it's not the flat end, but the side. But anyway, it's like, please design these better. Boo boo boo. That run didn't matter anyway. We're like gonna be like plus like 40 or 50 coming out of Wabby Sabby. When I get my new PC, apparently the one I'm getting has like module or USB ports for the front, so I can actually get one that are like not flat like those. Yo, buying computers nowadays kind of sucks. I spent like a while looking through stuff, and like it's all designed to like... It's not designed to be like practical. It's designed to be like expensive and for like lights. I really hate that it's like designed so you can see inside it. With like glass panels or things like that, and it's not like designed... And it's like they're made so that you could have all like your little lights inside it and be like it's like they are selling to the market that are buying. They're like the towers and everything set up. Because the people who are like building PCs are the people who are buying these ones with like the plexiglass and the fucking all the lights inside, so they can be like, look at my new build, and it's like the same thing as like the 9 other ones they did, except they have different colored lights.
I'm going for it.
But they're the ones buying this stuff. I wanted to get the same case I currently have, but one that I can put on like a new hard drive in. However, I mean a new motherboard in, but apparently they don't make it anymore. And I can't use this case anymore.
Yes.
Because it's all like... when I moved, it got really dented, and it's kind of only held together with duct tape now. So, I can't really... I want a new case, right? So the one I was looking at is pretty good. I actually spent like a whole day with like a guy who knew tech stuff, and we're like worked out buying a new PC. But I gotta still buy the parts, which I just haven't done yet. Shit's expensive, man. I'm looking to spend like $800. Buy more duct tape? Nah. No rock for you. But hopefully when I get that PC, I'll be able to stream more PC games without it having awful lag. I really want to play Tekken more on stream. And when Dragon's Dogma 2 comes out, like, I'm sorry, I have to actually, like, drop everything to play that. Like, everything but the game day. For the chat, for the channel points. But everything else is gonna be like, yo, I'm just gonna play Dragon's Dogma 2. I've been waiting so long for that game. Because Dragon's Dogma 1 is, like, really good. Like, one of the more fantastic games I've played. Like, big honestly. It's just good. Like, it's cool that they were able to make that kind of game with, like, D&D stuff in it. So I'm, like, excited to see what they do with the second one. Even if the second one is just the first one again. You'd watch it? I mean, I'm gonna play it anyway. Like, it's hard for me not to want to play it. It's very cool though. Like, I mean, there's like a fucking there's a fight where you fight a fucking beholder in it, man. And he's like giant, and you gotta like climb onto his eye and stab him. It's like it's rad as fuck. Don't go back to Baldur's Gate 3. I would too someday. I didn't actually beat Baldur's Gate 3 because there's just too much stuff to do in it. Oh, you downloaded the big patch last night? What was that patch for? Was that just like fixing a lot of stuff? A lot of tweaks. I know they're not. I don't think they're adding any more things. Oh, you're behind on patches. Okay. Yeah, I had to uninstall it because I wasn't like currently playing it, and it just took up way too much space. Yes. I really enjoyed the game though for what I played. Oh. 26 hours. I think I get like a certain way about games that are like too big like that. Where that game was like way too big. So like I'll play it for like 30 hours, 40 hours and be like, you know, I'm good. I like the game. I don't have like the need to finish it. I feel like I got like my playtime out of it. Like there's nothing wrong with having a game that big. Right, there's like nothing wrong with it. It's cool. I just kind of get a certain way when like a game is like way too long. Where it's like, okay, I want to move on to something else. That's just me personally. It's weird though, like for me, so it's like a traditional turn-based RPG, I do not get that way with. I'm 100% on board till I'm done. But I get like super invested in the story of that. Normally, since that's mainly what it's about. Well, I guess it really depends. I mean, if it's a boring story, I'd say I get that way. Like, I think I was that way with, I was that way with Neo, right? But I wasn't enjoying Neo. But I was like that way with Neo, where I was like, please end the game. I should say The World Ends With You, because... Neo, The World Ends With You, because it's not like Neo, you know? Not N-I-O-H, N-E-O, The World Ends With You. But when we were playing, like, what was it? Oh, I forgot the name of the game we played. New. Yeah, New. Neo Geo. Did it have souls and Tormented? No. Oh, fuck. It was the other RPG we played that Cat had me play. That was, like, really, really long. The one where we had the goat in the raincoat who ate cans. And, like, was the blue mage. I don't remember the name of the game for some reason. Chained Echoes. Chained Echoes was a game that, like, had way too much content. Which is crazy that it had so much. But I was, like, invested enough in the story. Yeah, you weren't here to see. Chained Echoes is the longest game I've played, so that's longer than, Neo The World Ends With You was. I'm pretty sure. I'll have to check the times on it, but I think it was longer. That was a fun RPG, because I liked the combat system of that game. Because it was like an interesting take on the turn-based RPG. Where I had to actually plan out all my moves like in advance. So that one was fun. And that one, like, I don't know, I never got, like, to the point where I was like, well, I think I did just because I was streaming and I wanted to move on to the next game, but the game never made me feel like, man, I want this game to end. And it just still had more content to do that I just didn't do.
Yes!
I don't know how new it was, but there's this game out right now called The Last Spell, which is a roguelike tactical RPG, and I really want to play that. Because that's, like, right up my alley.
I'm going for it!
But I just haven't, like, had the time to, like, sit down and want to, like, actually, like, get into it, since I have all this other stuff going on. Penny's Big Breakaway just came out. Which is a really, really good-looking 3D platformer, momentum-based platformer. That looks like... the movement in that game looks, like, sick as hell.
Let's go!
I still haven't played the new Yakuza. I feel like too many games are coming out, and I really have to, like, pick and choose. And I hate that. I guess that's, like, a good thing. But it's like, I want to experience all of them. Doesn't it look great, Sizzle? The movement in that game looks sick as fuck.
I'm going for it!
That was a good one. That was a good beach. Yeah, so that game looked good. Those are all list of games I want to play like right now. I got the Elden Ring DLC is coming out in June. I'm gonna play through Elden Ring again on stream. I got like a whole list of things I want to get done. I wish I had more time.
Let's go! Gotcha!
And really just walked away from my net. Just nonchalantly.
Yes! Let's go!
We actually have a pretty long RPG coming up on the game list called Residents of Fate. Which I heard is a really rough game. It's a PS3 JRPG. That I've never played before. I think that one's gonna be pretty exciting. I can't hit these guys. The fuck, man? Going anywhere. Ow. Bad Dexter.
Yes!
That sucks. Ah, that sucks. They didn't give me the pattern where they were together, and then I missed all my shots. Ba, ba, ba.
I'm going for it!
Good stick jump. I took a bad angle. Fuck, man. That's not hitting the fucking mammoth.
Yes!
Why was this? Oh, God. I got a bad angle off the rotating platform. Oh, God.
I'm going for it! Hi-ya!
I think the coffee's wearing out.
Yeah! Hi-ya!
I have to get some water after this.
Let's go! Hi-ya! Hi-ya! Gotcha!
I actually bumped off the monkey. He pushed me off the table.
Yeah! Gotcha! Hi-ya! Yeah! Hi-ya! 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 Gotcha!
I got no boost jump, and like, couldn't do anything. It's all gone. It's all gone. In like 2 seconds, like two levels. Oh, it's so sad. Well, there's a reason people say Ape Escape is a hard speedrun.
I'm going for it! Hi-ya!
No, I was short. That was on me. Should I Jade one more time?
Hi-ya! Gotcha!
I watched them as an update. You know, it constantly gets updates, doesn't it?
Gotcha!
Did it have an ungettable platinum or something?
Hi-ya! Gotcha! Hi-ya! Hi-ya! Gotcha!
Ah, alright.
Gotcha!
Beat the game, no trophy. Go back and try again.
I'm going for it! Let's go! Gotcha! 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 Hi-ya! Gotcha! Hi-ya!
Bum, bum, bum.
Gotcha. Hiya. Gotcha. Hiya. Whoa.
Come on. Oh yeah, what was it, Sybil? I'm curious.
Hiya. Hiya. Yeah.
I get no monkeys.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Pocket Station Ape Escape is interesting.
Hiya.
I have never heard of that.
Hiya.
I know the Japanese version does have access to the Pocket Station. I didn't know you put them in an internment camp.
Gotcha.
Crazy.
Hiya. Hiya. Gotcha.
What, for like the little treasure digging minigame? Or whatever it is? Idle game?
Hiya. Gotcha.
Alright, this run's really bad. I think I'll just keep going. I think I'll just keep going. We're not gonna PB on this run though. Nifty, I guess. I'm not really big on knowing anything about the Pocket Station. This was one of those like Japanese only things. It's not like it had any functionality with any American game that I'm aware of. Weird.
Hiya.
Hey, good on you, Devil.
Hiya. Hiya.
I don't think it was even on your mind until you saw the update. And you were like, alright. I mean, that's a cute idea, right? You like leave you get that idle Pocket Station, and it's like, yo, you got ammo
Hiya. Yeah.
in your game. Like lives. Like, it's kind of cute. Reminds me of the like, do you remember Sonic? There was a Sonic Advance game that had a Chow Garden in it that you could use in tandem with your Sonic Adventure 2 Battle Chow Garden. That's kind of what that reminds me of. Nice, Devil. It wasn't Garbo. I mean, it's understandable that there isn't, though, right? I mean, it's such a small piece of tech. You need someone like really, exactly. You need someone like up on like Japanese technology and whatnot, and also good at coding. And then making a functionality with PS1, other PS1 emulation too on top of that.
Let's go! Hi-ya! Hi-ya!
I know I can set up VMU in like a Dreamcast emulator, but it doesn't like do anything. Yeah, can't like do anything with it.
I'm going for it!
Oh, he's sneezing.
Gotcha! Hi-ya! Gotcha! Hi-ya! Gotcha! Gotcha! Hi-ya! Hi-ya! Gotcha! Hi-ya! Hi-ya! Ow!
Fuck.
Ow!
Fuck.
Hi-ya! Gotcha! Hi-ya!
And wait for you to add Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories to that list. What? How'd he slip off?
Hi-ya! Gotcha!
That Pocket Station functionality is why it's impossible to collect every card in the American release of the game. Because they didn't add in a way to obtain the cards you could get from the Pocket Station.
Let's go! Hi-ya! Gotcha! Hi-ya! Gotcha!
Should never try to catch the monkey that way, by the way.
Gotcha! Hi-ya!
Gotta be rare, man. What, for Forbidden Memories?
Oh! Ya! Ya! Hi-ya! Ya! Hi-ya! Ya! Ya!
Ah, I missed the last shot.
Ya! Ya! Hi-ya!
You're probably not gonna easily find a Japanese copy of it on eBay. Not typing in Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories.
Hi-ya!
Yeah.
Hi-ya! Oh! Hi-ya! Gotcha!
You probably want to find a not sealed copy, because a sealed copy is going to go for an obscene amount of money. And that's because it has it has a Blue Eyes White Dragon in the sealed copy that's a very expensive card. because of Yu-Gi-Oh card collectors who want that specific version of it. Yep. Friend's dead. Let's do another one. Oh, I'm losing my energy. I need to get some water and use the restroom. I'm like, my tank's empty. It's cool though, Forbidden Memories. I'm a big fan of Forbidden Memories. I played it on stream. One of my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh games. Anyway, I'm gonna be right back. Let me get some water, use the restroom. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. You guys enjoy the ape. Yeah, it sizzles because of the card inside it. It has extreme collector's value to it. And it wasn't a super popular game in the US either, so it's pretty rare. I say uncommon, not rare. It's not like a rare game. A ton of people played it. It's the same thing with Duelist of Roses, but not as much, obviously, because it's not Blue Eyes White Dragon. Duelist of Roses has the 3 Magnet Warrior cards in it. And they're all very specific rarity. I actually still have those myself. For my copy.
I'm going for it.
You're probably not gonna find a sealed JP copy on US eBay. You'd have to look on like a Japanese like auction site or something. Like Bai or something. Might be easier there. That's where I find like the Japanese ape games a lot more readily available than like eBay. Yo, it's a good buy. You might need help learning how to play the game. But boop, boop, boop.
Let's go. Hiya. 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 Gotcha. Hiya. Hiya.
Amazing. I love the limited Yu-Gi-Oh! Pocket Stage. Yeah, I believe that, man.
Let's go.
I'm a big fan of the
Hiya. Gotcha.
Forbidden Memories. Forbidden Memories is one of the few games I've actually modded myself. Created my own little ROM hack for myself to play of it. Using some tools I got off a Brazilian modding website. Hey you! Good morning! How you doing, hun? What's up, Sarge? How goes it? It goes it? Yep. I feel that, man.
I'm going for it.
Otters.
Hiya.
Sure feel that. Yeah, we're kind of vibing today. Can't stream all day like I want to, because I got something I gotta do in like a couple hours. I think you saw my. Oh wait, you probably don't see my schedule, Sarge, because you're not in my Discord. But I am finishing up Metal Gear Solid 4 tomorrow. I think we're gonna finish it. I might be up to like 11 o'clock at night, watching the cutscene. But I definitely think I'm gonna try to finish it. Might just turn the lights off and just comfortably watch the last cutscene at like midnight. I don't know, we'll find out. Better to prepare, yeah. Ugh.
Let's go.
Hope you enjoyed the final boss. Yo, me too. I don't even know what it is. Like, I guess it's gonna be Ocelot. Right, I mean, who else would it be?
This bites.
Sure does, so... it has to be Ocelot. I mean, that's the way the whole thing is. Well, I'm sorry, it has to be Liquid. That's the way the game is building to. But... it is my favorite final boss in the entire franchise. Alright. Set your expectations. Low? No. That is a big deal if it's over the entire franchise. Accordingly. Well, so far I very much like 4 Sarge from what I played. It does have probably the worst act in any Metal Gear game I've played, though, which is funny. Act 3 was bad. But the thing about Act 3 is that was accurate to what I'd expect from, like, a spy espionage game. Which is funny, but it was just, like, really boring. And the weird retconning of, Metal Gear 3 stuff. Because they wanted to tie it into 4. Or I said the weird retconning of other games so that they're tied into the lore of Metal Gear 3. Metal Gear Solid 3. But like I said when we did it, like, Act 4 completely makes up for Act 3 in, like, strides, because it was so good. That was, like, one of the best. I'm glad I figured out the vamp fight pretty fast, though, because I guess if I didn't, I would have been there for a long time. It was released episodically. No one wants episodic games, though, man. No one would want that.
Let's go!
I know what you're saying, though.
Gotcha! Hiya! Hiya!
It sold well. Okay. What was the game that was supposed to be released episodically, but got only the first episode released, and it did so bad that the company didn't release it anymore? Like, it happens. If you release a game episodically, every single episode has to at least be, well, yeah, because I have one example that literally contradicts your example. Well, and then that's it, right? that's the argument. We're both correct or wrong. Because we're in the era of, like, episodically it was released, right? You would have had Act 3 before it, and Act 3 would have turned off people from buying the next one. Because they're like, well, this is boring. I'm done.
Yes!
Plus, there's definitely not enough gameplay in the acts for it to be like an episodic release. They would have to add more gameplay to it, so people don't feel like they're getting, like, cheapened on the buying it. Like, I'm just buying a movie.
Let's go!
Yeah, overall though, great game. I'm enjoying it. Yeah. I'm very much aware that there's a lot more going on under the hood of Metal Gear Solid 4 than I am using to beat the game. I'm well aware of that. It's a lot of games. Like, by the way things function, or like the, just how, like... Why'd I walk? Like, the idea that that sniper wolf boss we fought, whose name I don't remember. Well, the B&Bs are kind of lame, but I don't remember, like, the name of the wolf lady we fought. But the idea that she could smell me downwind, like, the fact that that's actually programmed into the game is very interesting. And shows that they put a lot of thought into, the gameplay. And how much the player can interact with the gameplay. Like, how much that you get more if you put more into it, the idea. Like, you can get by without doing that. But if you put, like, a lot into it, you'll get a lot back. And that's good. That's a good game design kind of thing.
Let's go!
I don't know, if you're not doing them back-to-back, it's understandable. Like, oh yeah, every couple months I do a playthrough of Metal Gear Solid 4 because I like it so much. People probably done that. They don't need to get, like, done right away. Like, I've been like Dark Souls games. Dark Souls games aren't as long as Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 4, but it's like I've beaten Dark Souls games like 20 times, right? Like, and like I'll play it again. Climb Communication Tower and get a grenade launcher. There's loads of small secrets. So I can believe that, man. I believe that. That's the thing about the game that I found interesting. Stuff like that.
Let's go!
Now, I'm just playing through it because I care about the Metal Gear story. But I'm sure if I bought the game back in the day, I'd be, like, way more interested in, like, finding that stuff and figuring it out. It's different when you're, like, streaming a game and playing it casually, like, on your own. Right? Like, I just want to kind of get through the game and, like, experience the story. Like, I understand everything going on, but I'm not going to spend, like, an hour looking for secrets. Tough story to swallow. Isolated, I think it's solid, but in tandem to you struggle. See, I'm not having issues with that at all. Chronologically. I'm not a fan of some of the changes. Like, the incorporation of, like I said earlier, the incorporation of Metal Gear Solid 3's story into the other games to change some things so that it fits into the universe. I'm not really a fan of, that 4 is saying. Like, that stuff could have all been left ambiguous and it would have been fine. But I generally understand what's happening in 4. I think Liquid's plan is stupid, but... like, I think his plan is just kind of dumb. Or it's a little hard to understand, but I'm sure it might get explained more in, like, the next coming, acts as we get more, like, into it. Because he's gonna probably have, like, a big monologue where he, like, explains everything. Yeah, exactly. But right now, Liquid's plan is to become a Patriot. That's his plan. He wants to become a Patriot. He doesn't want to be controlled by the system anymore, and he wants to surpass his father, Big Boss, and become the new bigger boss. The biggerest boss. And the war economy. Yeah, the SOP even. So, he's trying to surpass that right now.
I'm going for it.
And by doing that, he's taking over the AIs that control all the nanomachines in people's bodies currently, pretty much. It's not just the nanomachines, it's like all the systems across the entire world. It controls the war economy, it controls everything, and he's trying to take over those AIs and supplant himself as the new, like, ruler. Yeah, the GW. And once he supplants himself as the new ruler over these systems, which he already seems to have control over it, he will become a super patriot and have complete control over everything in the world. That's like the idea. That's the idea right now. That's all that he's letting on. Like, I got all that. Like, that's Liquid's story. Meryl is just there. Right? Meryl's just kind of there because they needed more characters to fill out the roster, along with, Johnny Shits His Pants and, Ed and the other guy. I think the other two guys died, actually. So. Simple man, simple plans, yeah. I think they died in the boat fire. I don't remember if they actually died or not. Whatever, it'll get covered if they didn't actually die. They wrapped up... We wrapped up... what's her name's story? I don't remember her name. The lady who injected you with nanomachines in the first game. Or injected you with Fox dye. I'm sorry. And currently we're having the Red Dead Redemption 2 part where Snake has cancer.
I'm going for it.
So we're calling it Fox dye. Yo, you gotta pet those. Wow. Okay. I mean, I don't think it's weird that all these characters are involved since, like... They're kind of... You kind of have to suspend your, like, disbelief a little bit with, like, the way, like, Meryl is involved, or the Colonel, or, like, Raiden, and just, like, yeah, it's because they're part of the lore of the game. They're gonna be involved in the story. You have to, like, not really question that.
I'm going for it.
It's like, it makes no sense that Meryl would be here. And then they explain it, it's just like, well, the Colonel put her there. And it's like, how does the Colonel even have the authority to do that anymore if he's not part of, like... It's like, you can get into, like, a whole list of, like... There's, like, no reason to worry about that stuff. Resolution of the involvements that gets me? Alright. I mean, I already thought it was forced in that Meryl getting saved by Johnny made Meryl go like, oh. Hello. When Johnny kept shitting his pants in front of her, I don't think that would ever happen. Like, it's kind of weird, man. And I feel like what's gonna happen is they're gonna keep building that up, and Meryl is gonna fall in love with Johnny because Snake can't have a romantic involvement with anyone because he's gonna die. And that would just be sad. Maybe she's into this? I don't want to hear that. I get Kojima's a pervert, man, but come on. Man, don't judge. I'm judging right now. Oh, you're right. He has Otacon. You're right. My mistake. You frying chicken in there?
Let's go!
He has lost 2 girls that... Well, one of them, like, Sniper Wolf seemed a little serious. But, like, the other girl was just playing him. Not that he knows. I want you to know, Kojima shot himself in the foot where, when Liquid said, like... When what's-her-name came to your ship, and then Ocelot, Liquid said, all according to plan. And I was just like, oh, so she's evil? Like, come on, man, you shouldn't have said that. You should have been like, oh man, look, she's actually evil. Look at her do this thing. She might put the USB in. And it's actually fucking lonely. Yeah, he did lose a sister whose image he still keeps on his computer to look at constantly. A little distraught.
Let's go!
But anywho, I still don't like the B&Bs though, I can tell you that. I think they're like the least interesting of like the group of the token group of bad guys you fight in a Metal Gear game.
I'm going for it!
They kind of scream Kojima just wanted to fit sexy women into his game. I mean, it's supposed to be like the same thing they do with Big Boss, where Big Boss used War Orphans, right? Or made War Orphans, like they just used just the whole thing was him with the War Orphans, right? In the Metal Gear games. So Ocelot's using War Orphans, but these just happen to also be sexy women that when you kill them, they orgasm. That's what I gather. And they're just there because, you know, spy movies have the sexy female characters. No, their depth is, oh yeah, some fucked up shit happened to them. That's why they're fucked up.
Let's go!
It's not like Fat Man who, like, it's funny though, I'm gonna keep bringing up Fat Man, right? Because Fat Man is kind of shallow. But, like, he has, like, legit backstory about him and the bomb defusal guy and, like, the police. And they turned that into, like, an entire, like, thing about them two. And he wasn't just, I do bomb. No, see, Fat Man had this whole thing about wanting to be the best. Whether he was on the good or bad side, it didn't matter to him. And the whole idea was that his teacher was trying to make amends for the fact that he taught Fat Man how to do, like, the bomb stuff, but he never taught him morals. So there was, like, a whole, like, actual, like, thing there between them two. Like, I felt like that was, like, good. Like, really good writing. I'm bringing up, like, a decent character. I mean, who else, though? Like, I don't know if you could, like, I guess the Game Boy game, what was it, Ghost Babel? Like, those guys aren't much characters, but I mean, like, it's hard for me to say that because it's a Game Boy game. right? It's hard for me to, like, pick on that. No, it's personal vendetta with Stillman. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Sarge, exactly. And it kind of fit into the overarching thing with, like, oh, the serious thing about the bombs blowing up, and that whole chapter was good. The bombs and stuff.
I'm going for it.
Even having to, like, think... I really liked in that game where they were like, yeah, you have to think like a person would plant a bomb. Where would he put it? And you had to, like, find them. Like, I thought that was kind of interesting, actually. Right? To actually, like, look for the bombs. Metal Gear Solid 2 does a lot of good things. But I don't know if I like... I need to play Metal Gear Solid 2 again. With, like, the new mindset that the ending gives you. Well, the only... Oh my god, I just did it twice! 3 times. What am I doing? Go straight up. Go straight up. Hot. Look at that. Hot. Look, that's how you do it. Yeah, that could be why. The only B&B that's actually given any kind of screen time or, like, effort it seems to be put in them is Marionette Spider. Well, you get to see them. Because she's, like, apparently controlling all of them with, marionette strings. In fact, I've seen, marionette strings on Snake in one part where I died. I just don't remember which part it was. So, like, there's obviously some involvement with her. I like Decoy Octopus. That's not their name. Joyful Octopus? Killer Octopus? I don't know. I don't remember the name. Well, what they're doing with those characters, they're trying to invoke the same ideas as the...
Yes!
Yeah, it was pretty good. I liked when she was hiding as things. I thought that was cool. What is it called? They're trying to invoke the same ideas from, like, Metal Gear Solid 2, where they used AI to try to turn Raiden into another Snake to prove they could do it, where they were grafting the ideology of, the emotions of, like, the fear, the pain, all that onto those characters, or over-exaggerating them so that they could become more controllable.
Let's go!
Who would win in the fight? Metal Gear Ray? Or Metal Gear Rex? Well, it's funny you ask. We actually put that in the game. That was pretty good. I felt it was I'm pretty sure that'd be more fun on easier difficulty where he's got less health, because it was a little like, oh, I beat him already, but now we just kind of like gotta keep hitting him with the same move like 30 times. But it was fine. It was fun. I had fun doing it, so it didn't fucking matter. Rada. Liquid. I guess. I mean, I'm like nitpicking saying like that, right? Because it doesn't matter. Man. Oh, I believe it. I imagine you can fight him pretty fucking fast. I mean, yeah. This whole thing about nitpicking, you rarely ever do it. You only really do it. Oh my god, he's like, look at him. He's like stuck on the slope. What? Alright. Bad run. Next one. Fucked up, man. Every frame of contact, that's interesting. So as long as you keep the laser on the entire time, we'll just keep damaging him. That's pretty cool. Alright. I have to do 2 jumps to charge the laser, kind of melts. That's, I mean, that's fine. It's kind of funny though. I want you to know in that section in like Act 2, I think it was. I actually think I knew where to go because my mind was just remembering watching Schmuckle play. Why did I start the timer so soon? Jesus Christ! Remember watching Schmuckle play the game, or I think I would have got lost way easier in Act 2.
Let's go.
I think it's funny that even though I've watched Schmuckle speedrun, I normally stopped watching around Act 3. So I've never... I was surprised I didn't get spoiled by Act 4. But don't worry, Sarge, you get to go from one PS3 masterpiece to another one. When I got Resonance of Fate in the mail. It's coming. It's gonna be here soon. Super good. I was excited for it, man.
I'm going for it.
I don't know how long Cat's game... Yeah, I bought the PS3 one. Because the physical copy was like $10, and the digital was like 30 something, and I was like, I'm just buying the physical. Yeah, I'm like, I don't care. I'll just buy like the PS3 one.
I'm going for it.
I don't think it's gonna matter. Yeah, exactly. But a lot of those HD remasters, it's just kind of the case, where it's like, you really don't need to buy the HD remaster if you can get your hands on the original. But that's because I'm not a graphics guy, I don't really care, as long as the gameplay's solid. Yep. No, yeah, PS3. That does mark a long string of me not needing to buy games for the game list, which is going to be good for saving money for my PC. Because everything else I'm probably going to be playing on emulator for like a couple of games.
Let's go.
I know for Oh No, I'm just emulating it. I don't think my PS2 can run Japanese PS1 games. Oh, it's already having... I mean, it can't run CDs right now that well. Well, I'll run Ape Escape. It can't run, like, the blue PS2 discs right now. I sent the laser back, and I'm buying a new one when I get a second. I still have to send the guitar back. That doesn't work. Well, I mean, we're kind of on the fence if it works or not. We don't know, but I'm just sending it back. And Molten.
Yes!
I'm hoping I get a pretty good tax return. I don't know yet, because I haven't done my taxes yet. I'm afraid that me doing the Twitch stuff is gonna... I know it's gonna... I'm gonna have to pay some taxes off of doing this. I think I made enough money where I have to, but I'll have to check in with my tax guy. But I hope it doesn't cut too much into it, because I need that money to buy a PC.
I'm going for it.
Oh yeah, I know. I have the numbers. I'm not too worried about that. If I had to keep track of it myself, Jesus, that would have been... I'd be fucked right now. Every time someone subs, write it down. Don't want to miss a single one. That'd be horrific. Yeah, it also wouldn't surprise me if that happens. Yeah, no, I don't do my taxes myself. I have someone who does it for me so that I don't have to worry about them. That's just what it is. Like I don't want to have to worry about them. I have someone else do it for me. And that way, if there's ever a problem with them, it's not on me. No, the IRS wouldn't show up with handcuffs. You know what they would do? They would send you a bill months down the line when interest has incurred on this money that you owe them when it reaches a certain point where they have to inform you. Tax fraud doesn't come till later. But you'll owe interest on the money you owe them, and it'll be like way more than you're able to pay. That's normally what happens first. But yes. Like I've already had a warrant out for my arrest once. I don't need it for tax fraud, for tax evasion. Skip the bus fare next time. Look, I legally was allowed to. In the court summons. Yeah, shit like that, right, Sarge? Like, that's the shit I'm talking about. Anywho, though. I think I made enough to have to pay taxes on it, but I have to ask my tax guy. I also really don't know what to tell him my job is. I think this counts as independent contractor. Alright, that sounds right for this job title. Because streamer is not a job title. There's like an actual like word for what we are on Twitch. Self-employed? Yeah, but self-employed has like... It's hard to explain, man. It's like... Entertainer? Being self-employed has a lot more that goes into it when it comes to your taxes that I'm aware of. My partners have privileges. Okay. Okay. I'll take your word for it. I mean, we have privileges, we just don't have as many. We're also not technically under any contract, so that is arguable that you are correct. It's more like the contract than the privileges, right? Like I know a lot of partners are technically under, have contract deals with Twitch. So I guess I wouldn't be an independent contractor because I don't have a contract. No, it'd be... Yeah, but TOS isn't like an actual, like a thing. I mean, it is, but terms of service is, like, not, like, what you'd go with. Oh, you wanna know I heard something funny today? I learned something about, US law. Apparently, you know, you don't actually... I learned very much so that, a little bit about, like, the end-user license agreement tied to video games. And how technically in the US, we don't even own physical copies of our games. I watched, like, a whole video on it, man. Looked up the stuff myself. It was really interesting. Like, if I was playing, like, if, what's it called? The piracy's so rampant, it's true. If you were playing, what's it called? Let's say Dragon's Dogma 2 came out, and in, like, the third day of its release, they release a patch that the game doesn't run anymore. There's, like, no legal precedent you could take against them. In any sense.
Yes!
Which is wild to me. All they have to write is in the end-user license agreement something along the lines of, you know, not needing to keep up with the game.
I'm going for it.
Yeah, Sarge, exactly. In other countries, though, there actually might be laws that apply to, like, actual consumer laws that apply to video games, but not in the US. In the US, apparently, we have some of the worst consumer laws ever made, if any. I believe that, Devil. It was just wild to hear that, man. Because it went into, like, the whole, like, it was this, I don't know if you guys know, Ross, who does, he did Freeman's Mind back in the day. Still does, but, he was doing this whole, like, looking down legal avenues to stop companies from shutting down games when they're games as a service, because specifically tied to The Crew, which is this car driving game that you had to physically buy, like, a copy of it, but it's a online only game. And apparently he got some, like, actual lawyer gave him, like, a lot of info that, like, there's just no legal precedent. You would actually just lose the case. Help prolong life of digital exclusive media. Personally, you know, the company's not, like, doesn't have to do this, but it's always weird to me that when you have, like, an online-only game and they're, like, gonna shut down the servers, they don't, like, release a patch to have it just run natively have you like just run or like allow for peer-to-peer connection or some shit.
Let's go!
But I guess they don't have to, so there's no precedent for them to. See, for me, I want to play an MMO called Rusty Hearts from like back in the day that I haven't played in like years because I really enjoyed Rusty Hearts. But that game is long gone, and there's like no way to ever play it again. And it's wild to me. Would come down to getting a server transferred to your name.
Yes!
Well, see, what I'm saying, Sarge, is, or what I heard is like, you know how like, you just have like peer-to-peer or self-run servers in the games, or like, you know, you don't hook up to a greater server. You just have peer-to-peer connection between computers. Over the internet or whatnot.
Let's go!
That's not uncommon. That's something we've done in gaming since fucking like Counter-Strike, like old games. That's nothing new. We don't do it like that anymore because yeah, your computer hosts it. Like, when you would, like, host, like, a Minecraft map, it's your computer that's the host of it, not, like, a other server. Unless you buy another... I mean, Minecraft's probably a bad... Fuck, man! Minecraft's probably a bad example, because you can buy servers that hold it and whatnot. Play most likely? You should definitely be able to, because you don't log into PSN on your PPSSPP that I'm aware of. There are no servers for Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. It's purely peer-to-peer. It doesn't go through PSN at all that I'm aware of. I can connect two DS's emulated to run Dragon Quest IX to connect to each other, peer-to-peer. It has it built in. You sure? I'm gonna take if you. I mean, are you doing? I don't know if it's like you would need PSN for that, man. Technically, you're running it through that SOCOM server to connect. Does that use PSN? Oh, okay. I thought that's what you were saying. My mistake.
Yes!
Well, let's say, you are correct. You are correct when it comes to PPSSPP. You're making a correct statement.
I'm going for it!
However, with the, we only did that. There is a way to make an ad hoc server using your computer for PPSSPP that would not need that SOCOM thing as an intermediate. But then you'd be setting up it yourself. You'd be doing exactly what you're saying, but on your own computer. Where you'd be creating a server and infrastructure just using your computer. Yeah. No, you're right, you're right.
Let's go!
Yeah, that's exactly what Minecraft did. That's the way we used to do, like, PC gaming with servers, is, like, you'd have a, when you download a game that would have that, it'd also come with, like, run a personal server thing, and they would run, like, a full command prompt of a server off the command prompt that was running in the background of your game that you would use for people to connect to, and that you would connect to. I know they do that for, well, see, mag is like a case where, like, if someone, it would be someone running. What I'm talking about is something along the lines of, like, pure peer-to-peer connection without a central server, which is a thing. That's crazy. Yeah, mag is a case where for mag to function and, like, actually work, you would need a central server for, like, 100 people to connect to. Something like that. You need, like, a wild fucking... God, fucking mag, man. Why'd you have to bring up mag? It's really funny because I don't know anyone besides me and you who own that game, Sarge. I do not know a lot of people who own the game mag. 1v1 you in mag? Yeah, like, that's gonna happen. 1v1's gonna turn to like a 75-75 or some shit.
I'm going for it.
Closest thing we have to mag nowadays is like PlanetSide 2 or something, right? Where it's like, yeah, there's like 100 or so people on this map all fighting like on the planet. Can't believe you said that about Sever. Like, if you expect me to remember anything about mag, I'm not gonna be able to. Like, legit, I played it, but I legit cannot remember a single thing about it. Besides, I remember the game being pretty alright overall. It wasn't bad. It was definitely just alright. It was the spectacle of, like... Well, for me, it was the spectacle of that many people. Like, you felt like you were part of an actual, like, military operation. No, I never play World of Tanks. You're calling in airstrikes. I believe that, man. Sarge, did you look in to see if you would have liked the gameplay of Helldivers 2? Curious. The game's been out for a bit now. I don't know if you would or not. I know you said it didn't look appealing when they were showing like the gameplay of it.
Yes.
You are a massive World of Tanks player? That's cool. I never got into World of Tanks. I was never like, I'm not, you know, you guys know me in shooters. I'm not really big on them. It's a game you have to know for sure. Okay, I was just curious. I'm not doing my part. I've been playing it on the regular, and they definitely, they fixed their servers, so they're not a problem anymore, so the game's playable. And I'm pretty happy about that. Would you believe they didn't have an AFK timer? And, yo, thanks, Alec. And what was happening was, like, people would log in the morning and just leave their games on all day so they could stay on the server. They didn't have to deal with server issues. So you just had full servers because, yeah, Helldivers. They gave the servers a massive boost, so they did. But they've also been, like, constantly updating it for, like, since it came out to get the servers all working. Now they're working just fine. Game's, like, perfectly fine. Yeah, they added an AFK timer that wasn't in there. And that just fixed all the server issues. Great. Game is so much more playable now. I've been having a lot of fun playing it. That's the only reason I ask. 9-hour login queues? Yeah, it was bad. Hey, Phantom. It's just, you guys ever play any kind of extraction shooter? It's kind of one of those, where the idea is you land on the planet, you do your objectives, you grab your loot, and then you leave and rinse and repeat. Why am I messing up the wall? With varying levels of difficulty and whatnot. You like No Man's Sky? No, No Man's Sky is not the kind of game. It's also not like Destiny.
Yes.
Fair, Sarge, fair. I forgot it wasn't on PS4. I forgot we've actually reached that era where PS4 games are done. No Man's Sky, I heard, is pretty good nowadays if you play it. But no, No Man's Sky is just like a big survival craft sandbox game. Yeah, I'm gonna need to get a PS5, I guess. Well, I'm gonna wait to see if there's ever a PS5 game that comes out that I want to play, I need to get it. But until then... I'm luckily enough, most games just release on PC nowadays, so I don't really need to buy a PS5. There's a couple on there, though.
Let's go!
Ah, so you're gonna get the PS7 when it comes out, Sarge, is what I'm hearing. Now, it would be a dark day when Sarge stops streaming. His uncle at Sony. Perpetually, isn't it? I thought you add things to the backlog all the time. Or at least you say you do. I guess you finish more games than you add to the backlog, actually, now that I think about it.
Yes.
Plead the fifth. Like, if I'm gonna be, like, actually, like, truthfully, you do beat more games than you add to the backlog.
I'm going for it.
You are playing 4 long ones right now. You've got pretty much, you got 1, 2, 3. Currently you're playing at least 3 story-driven RPGs. At the same time. I don't know what the 4th game was for some reason. Oh, Peace Walker, but that Peace Walker is like... That's not like an RPG. That's not a story-driven RPG. Well, Pengel's a story-driven RPG. So is Yakuza.
I'm going for it.
So is Persona. Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to play 3 different RPGs at the same time. I don't know, man. That's got to be draining. Yes! That's for the roulettes, right? Oh, the leave quest. Oh god, I didn't know there was a leave quest trophy.
I'm going for it.
Yeah, you only get so many per day. Yes! I imagine you're keeping on top of it so you never miss 3. Spare a live quest, please. Please, sir. I'd like another if you have one.
Let's go.
Dang, man. I guess to be fair, you didn't know you wanted to do that. You just kind of like left them. And they were like, damn, I should probably do these. It's August. You should be done soon then, right? Fuck! Why did I do that again? Ah! I did that. Oh my god. March 14th? Hey, that's soon, man. It's like almost 2 weeks away. It would all worked out. All planned out. What the hell did I get a message about? My sub expired. Thanks for telling me. Alright. That sucks that happened. Let me tell you. You know why that sucks? I don't have time for another full run. At all. Do not have time for another one. I have to be somewhere at 4. Huh. It was very much planned out good. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream today. I'm sorry I'm ending it early. I had to be somewhere today. Yo, he's a holy spammer. Look at him. I might have to head out today and do something, but you know, I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. It was fun. I had a good time. Sorry I couldn't, so a half run? I'm not playing half the game. I'm just gonna go. Tomorrow, You guys should come back because we're doing Metal Gear Solid 4 around like 1 p.m. It'll be worth checking out the end of the game that we're doing. It's gonna be a fun time. Why don't you guys go hang out with Gel? He's doing an Emerald randomizer right now. And, you know, have a good day, guys. I appreciate you. Today was a little fun. I know it was a short one. Hopefully I'll be doing more Ape. I'll be doing Ape more often in the future, though. I can promise you that. You guys have a wonderful night. Appreciate y'all.
Gotcha.